Y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by, y'all. We are headed out in a boot, as per usual. It's cold out. We are like on the cusp of just barely being on time, and y'all know how that drives me crazy, but I tell you what, y'all go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. I'm gonna get us out here on the main road and going the way we need to go, then I'll tell you what we're up to. All right, so y'all, today, well, hang on. I don't know. Let's do that. Dang it. All right, so let me tell you what just happened. So today is our big day. I mean, kind of our big day. We're going back to PT, and y'all, I'm kind of crushing PT. So, but I meant to, let me like make a whole sentence. So across the street from PT is a grocery store. So we're going to go to PT and then we're going to go to the grocery store. And at the grocery store, there's a place where you can drop off your recycly bags. And y'all, I never drop off the recycly bags. And today's Valentine's Day. And I was thinking it would be a nice, I mean, I actually got the intern a for real Valentine's present. But I thought it would be a nice Valentine's surprise for the intern if I actually remembered to bring the recycling bags. I took them out. They are sitting, I will show you right here. They are sitting on my kitchen floor right now so that I wouldn't forget. I know, I forgot. And I just realized when I tipped my camera down, they're not in the back of my car because I forgot. So anyway, we are headed to PT. Welcome to my world, friends. We are headed to PT, and y'all, I've been crushing it. Let me tell you what's up. So, y'all know how I love me a token economy, right? Like, give me something completely meaningless that I can earn that will mean nothing to anybody else, that nobody else will ever even actually see, and I will crush it. And that's exactly what happened. So, you know, Peloton has all of those like competitions you can do where you're really just competing with your own self. So they had one called Train Like a Champion or something, and I saw it and I was like, blah blah blase whatever. Well, then I saw the picture of the medal you can win, and by medal I mean the little circle thing that just goes on your profile that nobody else sees and that you only see when you go to like a certain screen and scroll way down, so you never even see it yourself. But I saw that, and I'll show it to you right here. It's pretty dang cool. So then I was like, oh, I want to win that. Well, by the time I saw it, there was only like 7 days left in the thing, and you had to do 5, 10, no, that can't be right. You had to do enough workouts that I would have to do a workout, like one of those workouts a day, every day to earn it. So I was like, all right, that's all right, I got this. So, and at that point, there were not rides. So it was all like, and like some of them were grueling, and I was like, I can't do that. Like, Katie will kill me if I hurt myself worse to earn like this thing. There's no way. Well, one of the things you could do was one of the yoga instructors that I love, she had a mobility workout, like a flex, I think she called it mobility, but it's like super flexy thing. And one of the stretches was a 90-90, and I'll show it to you here, y'all. And I've done 90-90s forever. It's like a standard Pilates thing, but the first time, so I was doing, actually it was the first one of the, no, maybe I did, holy cow, make a sentence. Anyway, so I did the mobility thing, got all the way through it, got to and the 90-90 is like almost the end of the workout, and I got into position, and it's the first one you do is your left leg back, right leg, and like your right leg's across the front of the mat and your left leg is back, and you stretch across the front, so you're stretching out your left hip flexor. No, I know, y'all, I knew right then. I was like, that's it. Like, this thing just fixed me, and it fixed me. Now, I'm not fixed yet, but I feel so much better. My thigh doesn't hurt anymore. Like, I'm still uncomfortable at the end of the day when I'm tired, but I have cut down. I mean, like, I act like these things are a big deal, like not eating, like being off the peanut butter, but I was at 3 Advil a day twice a day, and I'm down to 2 Advil a day twice a day, which, I mean, I realize it's not none, but it's better. And when I take my Advil in the morning, it's no longer like, oh my God, I really need to take my Advil. It's like, I'm gonna go ahead and take this so that I can get on the bike. So I'm definitely feeling much, much better. And so y'all, I am winning PT and I'm going right now to see my Katie. I am so excited. So let me go and see her. And I just told y'all the whole plan for everything because I was so disappointed in myself. Right there is the grocery store. So I'm going to go see Katie and then we're going to go to an actual grocery store. I'm not going to take y'all into the grocery store with me, but one thing at a time. Let me go see my Katie and then we will go together over to the grocery store. We'll talk about some stuff. I'll get some stuff and then we'll do some other things. All right. So I will see y'all in a little while when I'm done with Katie. Y'all, I don't mean to brag, but did I mention how much I am killing PT? I'm killing it. Katie said I'm killing it. I'm so killing it that I don't have to go back for 2.5 months. Well, the plan was a month, but for the sake of all that's holy, people driving in parking lots. This person in a handicap van just pulled out right in front of me. I guess just drive where you want to drive and I'll drive around you. Anyway, so, yeah, I don't have to go back for a long time. Lord have mercy, this person, y'all. You know what? I'm going to just pull up over here and we're going to chat because right there is where I was going to bring the empty bags, but I forgot the empty bags. So, oh, for heaven's sake, let me just pull up here. I'm just going to pull right over here and stop driving the car so we can visit. And then I'll pull back up by the store. So anyway, I don't go back to Katie for like a month and a half, which is fine. She said I look good. She checked all my things. It's all good. So now I'm frustrated because I told y'all I meant to bring the shopping bags. So I was going to bring the shopping bags. I was going to go in the grocery store, actually go into a grocery store and do the groceries. And it's Valentine's Day. So I'm going to make dinner for the intern and do some things. So, but I was actually going to go in the store because I had to get out of the car to drop off the bags anyway. But now I forgot the bags and I still have to get out of the car to go into the store. So whatever. But anyway, while we're here, I thought we haven't talked about, I keep saying we're going to do our updated Weight Watchers must-haves list. And y'all, like my whole shopping list is a Weight Watchers must-haves list. So why don't we talk about our Weight Watcher, like the things that we need to have around the house so that we feel like it helps us make good choices. And of course I have a list. Sorry, y'all, the intern just stopped by. Remember the time, look, hang on. No, actually I'm not gonna, I was gonna flip you around to see him, but he just drove by in his cop car. Remember the time I was going to right before I left on vacation? Y'all are like looking over the top of my head. I cannot figure this camera out. Right before I left on vacation, I was going to get the ice pack where you actually put the actual ice in it and screw the top on. I was going to the old-timey drugstore to get that, and I pulled in and the intern was there getting it for me and I didn't know he was going to be there. Same thing. I was here. I got here to go to the grocery store and the intern just happened to be coming here to get his lunch. He called to see what my plans were for the evening for food for dinner and whether or not he should eat lunch. So anyway, let's talk about our, I was going to say top 10, but y'all know I cheat on top 10 lists. So let's just say our 0-point must-haves, which these have changed a bit, right? Because Weight Watchers has kind of changed the plan a bit. So popcorn, of course, is a 0-point must-have. Y'all, I have been eating so much popcorn lately. Like I will make a big old like bucket-sized bowl of popcorn in the middle of the afternoon and just eat that. What is happening? Sorry, my phone is blowing up. So popcorn is a great one. Beans. Don't sleep on beans. Chickpeas. Do chickpeas count as beans? I guess they're peas. Beans and peas. Chickpeas no, sorry, beans and peas are 0 points. So think about ways that you can use beans and or peas, like use chickpeas to make hummus. And y'all know I'm gonna link, we just made hummus, was it last week or week before? We made our 2 favorite hummuses. Y'all see that big old, I don't know if that's a horse truck or what that is behind us, but it is a Mo Gator truck. Anyway, we made our 2 favorite hummus recipes last week, and each of them, or week before, I think it was last week, each of them is 0 points. So beans, things that you can use beans in, are advantageous to maintaining your diet. So think about beans and peas. And like all kinds of veggies, right? Non-starchy veggies. So again, beans, greens, like celery, carrots, any of those. Cucumbers, tomatoes, all your salad stuff, all 0 points. I try to keep those around the house as much as possible and work those into meals. Like we've talked about how if you slap lettuce and tomato on a meat sandwich, you're getting veggies into that meal where you weren't already having veggies. Or y'all know I keep buckets of my hummus around, and then I'll eat carrot chips with hummus. I'll eat those with anything. I will eat carrot chips with hummus with salad. Y'all, I will eat salad with salad. Absolutely shamelessly. I do not even care because it's filling and it's 0 points and it keeps me on task. And the hummus is just a tiny bit of protein. So to me, any little bit of protein I can get in is worth it because it helps me stay full. So all those non-starchy veggies, and now starchy veggies are also 0 points. So I haven't been doing potatoes as much, but potatoes, sweet potatoes, yams, yuca, plantains or plantains, as some folks call them, all of those are 0 points. Now, of course, you have to be careful how you cook them, but like even if you take a plantain and you like cut it thick and like cook it a little bit in the pan and then smash it and finish cooking it, that's going to get you a little bit of points because you cook it in a little bit of oil, but one absolute like manna from heaven. And the plantains are 0 points, so you don't have to count all those points anymore. And y'all, it's just so good and filling. So look at those starchy veggies to fill you up now, since they're 0 points. Of course, fruit, all the fruit. Now I think some people maybe have to be careful with the fruit. Of course, I didn't even do my disclaimer on this one. If you have health issues, of course, like, be mindful of your health issues. But even aside from that, I think sometimes you have to be careful with fruit because of the sugar. Like it'll spike your blood sugar and then you want to just lay on the floor after you eat a bunch of sugar. I find that like if I eat an apple dipped in chocolate hummus, I don't get those like spikes and then want to lay on the floor like I would maybe if I just ate an apple, or like if I just ate apple with my oatmeal or something. So think about adding protein to your fruit snacks. So even if you eat like a cheese stick or something, which is going to add maybe a point to your fruit snack, the protein is going to be more filling, and maybe it'll help you not get those blood sugar spikes from the fruit. Because y'all, I love fruit, but sometimes I just have to be careful eating fruit because of the sugar, even though I'm not diabetic and I don't have to be careful with my sugars. So fruit's good. Of course, Greek yogurt. So we still do the plain Greek yogurt. Like I make ranch dip out of my plain Greek yogurt. I'll eat Greek yogurt with, I don't do it for breakfast as much because I've been eating oatmeal, but yogurt with fruit for breakfast. You can do overnight oats because now oatmeal 0 points. All of that with plain Greek yogurt. Or y'all know I love, it's not 0 points, but I'm gonna slide it in here anyway, the 000, which I keep wanting to call 000 because I'm a little simple-minded, but 000 yogurt, or the Walmart, like the store brands of the 000, just easy. I had one of those this morning because I was like, I ain't gonna mess with nothing else, but it's early in the morning, I'm hungry, I want a little snack. I was getting a little hangry and I had work to do before I worked out and ate my real breakfast. So like for first breakfast, I had a little single serving yogurt and a banana. So to me, the 2 points from those 000 yogurts well worth it. So I keep those Low Point 000 yogurts around, and of course buckets of non-fat plain Greek yogurt, which is 0 points. Also, there are fat-free cottage cheeses that are 0 points. I think they have those here. I'm gonna get some here at the Super One because they have those at this grocery store. They don't have them where I usually go. But if I'm getting out in the cold, y'all, I'm gonna get me some 0 point fat-free cottage cheese. So look at your cottage cheeses. Get you some fat-free cottage cheese, or even just like low-fat cottage cheese, because those are gonna be low in points. So yogurts and cottage cheeses are great options, and high in protein, always good. Speaking of the proteins. So lean meats. Chicken, like white meat, chicken and turkey, we've always had, but the other, like dark meat, chicken and turkey, we can also have now. So all the fowls, but like you can't be eating like fried chicken, which, y'all, this grocery store where I'm sitting in the parking lot, they have fried chicken that I'm not going to eat it. I'm not eating their fried chicken, but it is so good. And you can seriously, like, PT is across the street. You can smell the grocery store's fried chicken from the parking lot of physical therapy. I know. I don't know how old that oil is. I don't even care. It tastes so dang good. But anyway, not fried chicken, but chicken, turkey. We can have the not just the ground turkey anymore like we'd been eating so much of. So look into those lean proteins also. Lean beef, lean pork, and the others too. So like lamb, all those others, all the lean meats you can have now for 0 points. Now check them. Don't be like just randomly eating lean meats and being like, well, Danielle says it's, you'll never eat anything just because Danielle says it's 0 points. Always check, right? Because if I'm, like, I would never tell you something wrong on purpose, but if I'm wrong, you're eating the points, not me. So just check and make sure, like with anybody, like any content creators that tell you like 0 points for this or that, just double check. So anyway, eggs, of course, 0 points. I mean, it's $1 million, but it's 0 points. So eggs, I have eggs sitting out on my counter right now. I got to boil me some eggs later. So eggs, shellfish, all the fishes, right? I know shrimp, like all the good shellfishes, the fish that we grill, tilapia, salmon, all those are 0 points. And those are a great option because you can get them like ready to go, already filleted. All you got to do is thaw them, throw them on a grill, or like throw them in a pan, and they are good to go. So those are fantastic options for protein choices in your meals or for snacks. Y'all know I'll make extras of those and then just snack on them during the day to keep myself out of like the dark places of eating like sweet stuff. So check out your lean proteins. Also, tofu, and what's the other one that I always forget that has slipped my mind now? I can't think of the name of it. Tofu, and I feel like it starts with a T and I don't know. But anyway, tofu. Y'all know we used tofu. What did we make with? Oh, we made some kind of stir fry with tofu that was really pretty good. So look into tofu. And y'all, I mentioned this, that oatmeal is now 0 points, and I'm still on the oatmeal. So, and it's all the oatmeals. So regular oatmeal, quick oats, stone ground oats, steel cut oats. All the oatmeals are 0 points. And they're heart, we talked about this on our Wear Red on a Friday day. They're heart healthy because they are whole oats. They're whole grains. So they are healthy. So eat you some oatmeal, y'all. And that's it. I'm getting cold. I have my seat warmer on. I have my steering wheel warmer on, and I'm still sitting here freezing. So I'm gonna run into this grocery store. I'm gonna get some groceries. I'm gonna go home and work out. And I think I'm feeling pretty stretchy, so I might lift some weights. I don't know. I might do some stretching. I'm gonna do something. So sorry, my phone's blowing up. I'm gonna do groceries. I'm gonna go home and work out, and then we're gonna get in the kitchen and make something. So I will see y'all back at the house. We're not gonna haul these groceries because we just talked about all the things I'm gonna buy. So I'll see y'all back at the house and we'll make something.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain, I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints, money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague, we all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name, all our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be, living in a time where disease is on every screen, I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering, negativity is a plague for the mentally this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want them, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this. Freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus. Living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me, you can take it. Go on and take your aim. Yeah. Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes.
All right, y'all, that's all done. Now I'm ready to get down to making some stuff. So let's start with, I want to make some brownies because we haven't made these in a while. And I know we haven't made them together in a while because I haven't made them in a while. I don't think I've made these since the batch that we made before I went on the road to go home for Christmas. So y'all know these are super simple. All it is 3 eggs, and you know I'm gonna make it in my food processor, so don't start with me. 3 eggs, and then 1/3 of a cup of unsweet applesauce. And you know I'm going to do my thing. Make sure your applesauce has unsweet on it, because otherwise you might be eating applesauce with sugar added. And 1, there's no need for that because applesauce is sweet enough on its own. And 2, that's got a bunch of points in it. I told y'all that I was accidentally using sweetened almond milk, right? I swear I gained 10 pounds. I know, makes no sense. I don't care. I'm blaming the almond milk. So anyway, 1/3 of a cup of unsweet applesauce, 3 eggs, and then I don't know how you're supposed to make these, but I'm going to go ahead and put in my teaspoon-ish of vanilla extract, my 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm not going to pour that over my mixture because you know if I do, I'm going to dump in a bunch of extra salt. So I'm going to whir this up a little bit, and then I'm going to start adding, I was going to say extra stuff. It's not extra stuff. It's just more stuff. So while this is whirring, I'm going to add in my sugar. And I'm using 1/2 cup of, y'all know I use the coconut palm sugar. I don't know why. I just found it one time and started using it. So that's just the sugar that I use. I had my container, I have it measured out. But anyway, it doesn't save you any points. So, well, on this anyway, so I make these by the 1 tablespoon scoop into the little mini muffin tins. So it's 1 point per little brownie bite. So, and I even did the Weight Watchers calculation, and if you use white sugar, if you do 1 tablespoon, it's still just 1 point. So if you're like, oh, I want to make those, but I only have white sugar, girl, just use your sugar. So, or boy, just use your sugar. Friend, just use your sugar. So I'm going to whir. I'm going to add 1/2 cup of sugar and 1/2 cup of Splenda while it's whirring. Then I'll stop and we'll talk about what else we need to add. And of course, y'all, I used, look, we have the new, the new style container of monk fruit Splenda. So it's Splenda, but it's the monk fruit one. But use whatever your 0-calorie sweetener of choice is. So 1/2 cup of this, 1/2 cup of sugar, and now comes the good stuff. It's 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons. Well, 2 tablespoons is 1/8 cup. So y'all, quick fraction math, that's 3/8 cup of cocoa. The unsweet, of course I use the Hershey's unsweet cocoa powder that we use in our hummus, our chocolate hummus. So 3/8 cup of this and 3/4 cup of self-rising flour, and that's it. So I'm going to turn it back on, whir it, add this a little bit at a time, and then whir it up some more, and then I'll be back. Y'all, did I say self-rising flour? Because I almost put self-rising flour in this bad boy. It's all-purpose flour, so 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, because we put in our own leavening agent. So let me do this and I'll be back. And y'all, that's about got it. See how simple that was? So I'm gonna scoop these out by the tablespoon, almost said teaspoon, no, by the tablespoon, into my little muffin tins. Let them bake at 350 for about 18 minutes. Y'all, you do not want to overcook these. So I'm gonna let these bake, and then I'm gonna clean this up, and I'll come back and we're gonna make something else because I need to get dinner going, so I will be right back. All right, y'all, the brownies are in the oven. They're actually, I need to check on them, probably close to almost done. But I want to try something, which really isn't all that experimental, but I want to make some chicken meatballs because, was it last week or week before when we did our Super Bowl stuff? Must have been week before. Was it last week? I don't know, whenever it was. We did the chicken meatballs, but we made buffalo meatballs, right? Like we made the chicken meatballs, but we doused them in buffalo sauce. But remember when we made, hang on. Sorry, I was mixing stuff and it was clanky. Remember we made meatballs in the air fryer and I said they looked good and crusty and yummy and like crunchy on the outside looking. So I want to try like actual, like make them again and see how they taste. Cause I didn't even try one when we made those. I just like dumped them straight in the buffalo sauce. So here's what we're going to do. I got some ground chicken, a pound of ground chicken, and I'm going to dump in, this is what I was clanging. I made just a tablespoon of breadcrumbs, and I poured in some almond milk like we do, some unsweet plain almond milk like we do, and I'm going to throw in an egg and some everything but the kitchen sink seasoning. And then normal people put in peppers and onions. I'm just going to put in peppers. I would have put garlic in here too, but I forgot. I know. Anyway, I had a lot of things going on. Y'all quit. Y'all are very close to me. You're very close and you're very judgy. Now back up and quit judging me. So, as I was saying, most people would put in onions and garlic. Not onions and garlic. Onions and peppers and garlic at this point. You know what? Hang on. Y'all hang on. I am going to scoop in some garlic. Normally I would have sauteed that with my onions and peppers, but I just had too much going on because I had to do my onions and peppers separately because y'all, I really think maybe if I play my cards right, I can get the intern to try this. So y'all know he doesn't like onions. So I'm going to make half of it, maybe not quite half of it, with just peppers and garlic in it. And look, I used those poblano peppers, is that what they were? So remember I used them, it was 2 weeks ago we made the buffalo stuff because last week we made that white chili and I put the poblano peppers in that chili and I swear y'all, I ate a big old chunk of pepper and there was no spice to it at all. Well, I was chopping up these peppers today because I was like, oh, they're pretty and dark green, I'll put them in my meatballs. So I was chopping them up and I bit into one because I was going to give the felons a bite and I mean, it's not hot, but it's got some spice to it. So I didn't put in a whole lot of poblano peppers in here, but it might give it an interesting taste. I don't know. We'll see. It might be awful. We'll see. So anyway, look, I just closed all my rings. Y'all see that? Anyhow, so I'm going to scoop out half of this. Hang on. I'm going to scoop out half of this. So this just has peppers, and I'm going to put onions. And of course I sauteed them. Like I diced them up little and sauteed my peppers, and then I sauteed my onions separately. So I'm going to mix these in here. I'm looking around to make sure I put everything in here. I did everything but the kitchen sink. I have salt out, but I don't think I'm gonna put any salt in it. So y'all, that's it. I'm gonna get back to my scooping. I'm gonna scoop these out by the tablespoon because I want them to be big enough. Scoop them out by a tablespoon, stick them in the air fryer at probably 360. And y'all, as I recall, they cooked pretty quickly last time. So I'm gonna stick them in the air fryer at 360 and watch them. And then when these are done, I will bring us some chicken meatballs and some brownies to taste, all right? So y'all sit tight and I will be back. Friends, we have meatballs and we have brownies. Now the meatballs, chicken balls, whatever, so they were at 360 in the air fryer for about 7 minutes. Now they could have maybe gone a little bit longer, but they're done all the way through. And y'all know I'm super paranoid about drying stuff out. So I didn't want to overcook them. So I want to try them. And if they're like super nice, still moist, then maybe next time I'll go, I mean, if they're not awful. If they're awful, we'll just never make them again. But if it's an option like to make them again in the future and they're still really moist inside, maybe I'll cook them a little bit longer and get a nicer crust on the outside. But I wanted to err on the side of caution. So these are the ones with the onions. I took the interns ones out so that they wouldn't get all confused. So I'm gonna leave those over there. And of course we have our brownies, which y'all, I know I love these brownies. So I'm gonna try the meatballs first and see. So that's what we got. I'm trying to get you focused. See, it's done all the way through. And let's have a taster.
Underestimate the power of the dark side.
Yes, Lord Vader, we underestimate the power of the dark side. They're done. They're moist and tender, utterly tasteless. There is no taste to anything. I don't know if I even taste the peppers. They smelled really good. I thought I could smell those. Are they I keep calling these poblano peppers. Is that what they are? Poblano peppers. So I thought I could smell the peppers. I taste nothing. So that's like the easiest thing to fix though, right? We'll either A, put more stuff in them if we make them again. I thought I put a lot of that anything but the kitchen sink seasoning in it. Like I feel like these are more bland than the turkey meatballs we normally make. So, and yeah, I put all the regular stuff in it. So anyway, I'll either put more seasoning in them or for these, I'm gonna just douse the bejesus out of these in some Ray's, not Sweet Baby Ray's, just plain old Ray's barbecue sauce. That's gonna be delicious. And I know, well, if I can get the intern to eat them, he'll either eat them with barbecue sauce or buffalo sauce. So that's good. But the texture is good. They're moist. Let's see, can y'all see it here? They're moist and I don't even know if it tastes like chicken, which doesn't taste like a whole lot anyway. So those are good. And y'all, these, I don't even know how long these went. I just do them by feel. But I think normally they go about 18 minutes. But yeah, I just know when to look and know that they're done. But yeah, that is perfect. And if you cook them right, can y'all see that the top has like a little bit of a gooey bit to it? So I've learned this over time. When I make these, I don't flip them out of the thing. My thing is soaking, sorry, or I would show it to you. But it's just your standard, and y'all have seen it a bazillion times when we make these. It's just a standard like silicone mini muffin tin, I guess since it's silicone, you can't call it a tin, mini muffin pan. So I can push them out from the bottom because if you flip them over, the top is still a little bit gooey and it sticks to stuff and comes off. But if you don't and you take them out nicely and don't touch the top and let it set up, y'all, it's so good. And it gives you just a little bit of like a nice bit at the top. And I mean, you can put some kind of icing like that. Is it Duncan Hines that has the zero sugar or zero whatever icing that still has points, but it's not a ton of points? So if you want to ice these bad boys, you can. But I feel like they don't even need it. And especially if you do the tops good, so good. On these, like with the The chicken balls, I think you have more leeway with overcooking them because there's a little more fat in them, but that 99% lean ground turkey, there is just no leeway. Like the instant you overcook them, it's like eating sawdust. These you have to be careful, and I 100% err on the side of undercooking these because when you let them sit, I mean, you don't want them raw, but if you pull them like a minute or two early, they're going to cook a little more while they sit there anyway, and you do not want to overcook these because there's no fat in them. Like you put 3 eggs, but there's no butter, no oil, no nothing. Sorry, I'm trying not to, I don't want, anyway. There's no nothing to them, so they're good if you do them correctly, but if you don't, and I have not, like as soon as you overcook them, they're not nice. They're just dry. So if you make them and they're dry, you just overcooked them, do it again and cook them a little less. So that's it, y'all. You have my list of 0-point foods that I have to keep around. You have my, now you know what we're having for dinner and a little snack. Y'all let us know in the comments. What are your either 0-point or low-point foods that you have to have around the house in order to be sort of comfortable and know that you can make good choices? Let us know in the comments. Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you made it this far, we are most definitely friends. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. I upload food and fitness videos at the beginning of every week with some book videos sprinkled in between. See you on the next one.